All right, guys, so let's take a quick look at the Wheel of Fortune and really what it represents because this is about cyclical change. The wheel keeps on changing. Events turn in this cycle of ups and downs, and no one can escape it. Okay. So, finding balance allows us crystal vision or clarity. So, the only part that doesn't move is the hub, and that represents your eternal self if you're looking at the card. So, really, the advice from the Wheel of Fortune card is really follow the flow of events, physical moves, spiritual awakenings, and dramatically changing social patterns could arise at this point. And, we have to accept these transformations. Now, if you're getting the Wheel of Fortune in general and reversed, this signifies a period of stagnation, like resistance to change or feeling like you're stuck in negative cycles. It can also sometimes indicate bad luck, or a feeling that events are just beyond your control. But this doesn't necessarily mean that things will get worse, but rather that you may be experiencing a challenging phase or facing reoccurring life lessons. Now, when it shows up in a love reading and it's in its upright position, the Wheel of Fortune is about really focusing on the fact that your mind and your heart just won't keep still. So it's churning up these new developments or issues that you thought were resolved. But, if you take refuge on the hub by going inward to resolve those issues, you can calm the chaos. That's how you get off the wheel. Um, you can't be on top of things all the time. You have to go within and you have to center yourself. And that's really what that call of the Wheel of Fortune is really about, is learning to center yourself, in relationships or even in life. So you can almost imagine that in reverse, it indicates there's unexpected changes, there's this instability, and there's a potential for setbacks in relationships. And it can suggest a feeling of really just being stuck, experiencing these mixed signals, or struggling to adapt to shifting circumstances in your relationships. Now, it might actually also highlight a resistance to change or feeling like you're out of sync with your partner, or, just general relationships in your life. That natural flow is no longer there. Now, if you're getting the Wheel of Fortune in a career reading, just remember that ups and downs in your work situation, it indicates that there's a feeling like you have no control, like there's uncertainty in your job, and that's in the upright position, guys. This is upright. You're already feeling overwhelmed or confused, and I like to say it's like you're in the great washing machine, like you're being washed, rinsed, and into the spin cycle we go, because, hang on, because the end result is going to leave you polished. And, we don't always see that when we're in that hardcore moment going on. Um, but guys, when it's in reverse, remember, in a career situation, like, you can pretty much expect delays, setbacks, resistance to the change. It can also suggest in reverse that there might be feelings of unqualified for the opportunity, or, you're experiencing this period of stagnation or instability in your professional life. And also, guys, if you're doing a yes no reading for somebody, remember that the Wheel of Fortune is actually a no card. And really, what it's trying to tell you is, like I said, when you're in the spin cycle, just remember, you have to be patient and wait. You're not quite there yet, but you're getting there. And to get there, you have to go within. Okay. And I hope this helps you guys understand the Wheel of Fortune card a little bit more. And I'm going to leave this here, guys. So I will see you in the next video.